about teapots, okay? So just a couple of things. Now, we've talked about this before, all right? But when you're thinking about teapots, I want you to be, again, thinking about those universal forms. Okay, what's your universal forms? Does everybody remember? It's the circle, oval, square, rectangle, and triangle. I find that if you use these in combinations, you can make some pretty interesting shapes, okay? So it's a good place to start, all right? So if I'm going to go with a circle teapot, okay, I can go ahead and then just kind of work off of that design, right? Does that make sense? If I want to make a square teapot, I mean, you could do this all day. All right, we're going to do the same kind of thing. All right, there's a square teapot, okay? So on and so forth. Today, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a flange, okay? You've probably seen it make a wide top, and then I kind of split it together with my thumb, all right? But that whole conversation about you want to think about water, all right? So if I have a teapot that's like this, okay, and then the lid is all the way out here, or I've got a teapot that's like this, and it's much more narrower. If I go like this, and I've got my spout, if the water is here, with this being so wide up top here, as I pour this, it's going to want to go here and go out the top. So it's not a bad idea to close this up a little bit. So when you pour, most of it goes out that way. Does that make sense? Because I've seen those wide teapots. It's bad, okay? It's bad. So that's one thing to think about. The second thing that you really want to think about is don't forget to put a hole for where you have a spout. Can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody make a teapot and forget to poke the hole for the spout, so when they pour it, it just doesn't go anywhere. So you want to cut it right there, right where the spout is. And you want to leave enough room on the side. So when you cut your hole, when you put your spout up next to it, you trace the outside with the needle tool and pull your spout up. But then you still leave a little ring on the side so that spout has some place to land. Okay, you don't want to be able to go right through it. You've got to make that opening enough where it just connects, and there's clay to clay there. Does that make sense? All right. But these are a few things you want to be thinking about. So think about those handles. You know, hey, where do you want those handles to be? That looks kind of nice, right? Little over the top. I'm liking the over the top. But, you know, on the back works out pretty well. Okay, any questions? Any questions? No? Okay. So in a few minutes, you guys can take a little bit of a break. I'm going to go ahead and I will grab some clay. I will throw a teapot. All right? I know you have to go, so we'll try to wrap this thing up, okay?